Welcome to the show, everybody. We're welcoming you into the world's one and only above ground underground bunker. We are off the grid for this segment. When I tell you we're off the grid, we have to order weather to get it here. It doesn't come naturally. We're here to talk about guns today. Everything going on right now about guns, assault weapons. It's ridiculous. The things that we're talking about as being the true dangers in this world and not addressing the real problems is getting real ridiculous. We're really making some plays on words right now rather than looking at what the core, what the root cause problem is. Instead of addressing that, we're actually addressing a byproduct or an add-on of the main product, and we'll get into that probably on another show. We won't have time to get into it here, but that is the mental condition and the mental state of many people in America right now. It's easy to blame it on guns because there are too many other industries that the politicians are in bed with that they don't want to turn on, that may have more to gain by staying in business and not being attacked by our politicians, or I shouldn't say the word attack, but at least being addressed by our politicians. We're not focusing on the mind, we're focusing on the weapon. What we're going to do first of all in the show here is we're going to talk about one particular weapon that is considered an assault weapon and would fall under the proposed assault weapons ban. We don't really know what's going to be in it, but we can assume what's probably going to be in it based on the '94 assault weapons ban and what's kind of being proposed and talked about off the record in Congress right now. We're going to show you a weapon that, we're going to compare two weapons. We'll show you right now. These two weapons right here are both 12 gauge shotguns. They both shoot a 12 gauge shotgun shell. This particular model right here is a Mossberg 835 Ultimag. Again, shoots a 12 gauge shell. This model is a Remington 870 tactical shotgun. It too shoots a 12 gauge shell. This weapon right here, under the old '94 assault weapons ban and presumably the new assault weapons ban that's going to be crammed down our throats, this weapon is legal. There's nothing about this weapon that makes it an assault weapon. It's simply a shotgun that shoots shotgun shells and kills things. This, however, would be outlawed. This shotgun would be considered an assault weapon. This shotgun would be considered a shotgun. Assault weapon, shotgun. Now, you can see the obvious differences and some not so obvious. The obvious ones, the painting or the pattern that's on this particular model is a mossy oak camouflage pattern. That's not what makes it just a shotgun. This one is plain black. That's not what makes it an assault weapon. This shotgun has a standard stock for holding, standard grip for holding the shotgun. The buttstock is stationary and it's a standard buttstock found on most shotguns and rifles. This Remington, however, has what is called a pistol grip. Notice the pistol grip, okay? It also has an M4 collapsible stock. This stock, engaging this button right here, can pull this stock in or pull it out. That's what makes this an assault weapon. That's it. It doesn't have a detachable magazine or any kind of feeding device. All the rounds go in through here and then through the bottom. Same thing here, they go in through here and go in through the bottom. They are both pump models, but that one is an assault weapon because of this and this. Now, if you came into my house and kicked the door in and I was holding this or this, you would be laying in a pile of ground meat at my front door regardless of which one I was holding. This round comes out of this shotgun and this shotgun with the same amount of velocity and speed and stopping power. This round does not discriminate. It doesn't care what gun it's shot out of. If you make this gun illegal, this is actually a cheaper gun. So if somebody was thinking about using an assault weapon as a means to kill somebody and put this round in it, you just save them money by letting them buy this gun and putting the same round into this gun that you would have put into the super cool looking tactical gun. Now you're just put it into Grandpa's hunting shotgun over here, and you do the same damage. You kill the same amount of people. Now, at the sake of full disclosure, I must say this one here will hold 6 rounds in it, not including one into the chamber. This one holds 3 rounds, not including one in the chamber. All things being said, if you're a mass murderer, you're probably going to put 7 in here with 1 in the chamber, 4 in here with 1 in the chamber. So there is a 3-round difference between these two as far as operating. But both of them have to have the pump engaged in order to engage the next shell into the chamber. Both of them do. So in order to feed one, they operate the exact same way, is my point. This one looks a little scarier, and obviously it's done its work because this is the one that wants to be outlawed. Now I can tell you this much. I will struggle no less or no more holding this grip to shoot somebody kicking my front door in than this grip. Truth be told, anybody that has shot both of these types of guns will probably tell you this one is actually easier to maneuver with than this one is. This pistol grip, although it looks super cool, is not easy to maneuver with. It is not easy to work yourself around. If you're walking through your house holding this gun at hip level and somebody jumps out to get you, it is easy to whip your wrist around and to fire this gun at your shoulder. If you were holding this gun right here at waist length and somebody jumps out at you, it is tough to whip this whole stock around your arm and back up to your shoulder. So truth be told, by outlawing this gun, you not only saved a murderer money by making him buy a cheaper gun, but you actually made him, by default, use a gun that is easier to maneuver with. The only thing that I can even closely understand the reason for outlawing this one, other than possibly the capacity, is the fact that the collapsible stock could make it easier to conceal it by about 5 inches. It's not like you gain a lot. See what I mean? You don't gain much. Maybe 4 inches. You're not going to conceal this weapon right here. It's not going to happen. If you're walking in a trench coat that goes from your shoulders to your feet trying to conceal this, you're going to draw enough attention to yourself where it's not really going to matter what gun you're toting underneath that trench coat. So point being, this gun will drop a perpetrator just as fast as this one will. This gun will kill a bird, a squirrel, or a deer just as fast as this one will. And this one is actually easier to use than this one is. You just lose the coolness of looking like a tough guy if all you're doing is toting around this poor little old useless defenseless shotgun. That's the ridiculous nature of what they're trying to outlaw. This is an assault weapon, this one is not. This one is unsafe, this one is safe. Let me tell you something. This gun will kill you just as fast as that gun will. Don't fool yourself. So don't be fooled, people. Don't let the bureaucrats in Washington fool you into thinking that one gun is more dangerous than the next gun because of a simple label and a few small technicalities. Believe me, this gun right here is no more dangerous than this gun is. They make the same amount of noise, when you put a shell in them, and believe me, when that primer is hit by that firing pin and that shell goes off, they make the same amount of noise and do the same amount of damage coming right out of here.
You people are rednecks.